You're watching The Mic Check, on every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Mic Check Monday night. And tonight, we're going to have a little fun with something cartoony. Hey, why not? I'm a cartoony guy, so I'm bringing something cartoony in. It's Dr. Evil and Dr. Ghastly's stinky plan. So, we're going to make it stink. And let's kick this off, guys.
Tim, did you want me to be evil or do you want to be evil?
You could be evil. I'll be Ghastly.
Okay.
Or is it Gassy? I don't know which one.
Huh? Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What is that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I have just discovered a tapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power.
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I find that if you combine multiple foul odors, run through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you can get the almighty stink ray.
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now, watch the monitor.
Wow! That stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Wait. We've got some email. Look. It's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly! Prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end of their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return. And a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide. Do it! Devin for evil?
And Joshua for Ghastly.
And Joshua, where's Josh? Okay.
Hi, is that me, right? I don't
see you.
Script.
It's in the chat.
Let's see. I don't see it.
Go down to the bottom of the screen and find
yeah.
the chat, and then touch it, and it should pop up for you.
All right, I think I see it. Yeah, there we go.
Good.
So which one am I reading? Ghastly?
You're Ghastly.
Okay.
All right, ready? Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power?
Yeah, sort of soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for a bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray!
So how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow, that stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's the world domination. Wait, we've got some email. Look, It's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working, Ghastly. Prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gazillion in return and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide. John Stafford, evil.
Oh, Josh Hurstein, Ghastly.
You call
I
out
think
who you want next, Joshua.
Josh, you're supposed to choose someone else.
Let's see. Phil?
Okay, Phil is Dr. Ghastly.
All right.
All right. Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes! I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power!
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty Stink Ray!
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow! That stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Ha! Wait, we've got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end of their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return, and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide. All right, I came in late. I'm not sure who was not read yet. Russ, did you read it?
Sure. Which one were you?
The Dr. Evil.
Cool.
I choose Patrick to be Ghastly.
Cool.
Let's go, Russ.
Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I've just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power!
Ha! Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty Stink Ray!
Ooh, so how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow, that stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Ha! Wait, we've got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stink plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end of their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return. And a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide. Michael, Dr. Evil.
Leonard, Dr. Ghastly.
All right, you ready, Leonard?
Yep.
Let's do this. Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What is that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray.
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow. That stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Oh, wait. We've got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return. And a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide. Okay. So let's see.
I think we have Nathan and Tracy. I think everyone else is red.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I believe that's true. Okay.
Is anybody keeping track of the order? There we go.
I am.
Team's been fantastic. So, Tracy, you will be taking over the role of Dr. Evil from me.
And Nathan, I guess that leaves you with Ghastly.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay. And I'm Dr. Evil, right?
Yes.
Okay, I have memory issues. Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Sting power.
Stink power.
Yes. Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray.
So how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow. That stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Ha! Wait. We've got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly. Prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return, and a teensy-weensy small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Awesome. Okay, so I believe that was everybody. I'm not
Yes.
skipping anybody, right?
Nope.
That was a piece of land.
Okay, so now we get into the nitty-gritty of the script. So, for those of you who have been with us before, what are some things that you remember from the last time we did this script, if anybody does? Maybe some of the other things that we talked about or that we focused on.
Nothing.
Got it. Okay. We're starting
Ghastly
brand
being
spanking new,
sort
and
of
that's
a
all
sycophant.
And just long enough, this feels more new.
Devin had
Okay.
something.
Sorry, Devin, what was that?
Ghastly being a sycophant and kissing up to trying to be the Weasley little assistant.
Okay, yeah, I do remember us talking about that. So first of all, obviously we have to talk about exactly how this is going to be used.
what I mean by that is whether it's audio-visual or audio only. I think in this case, it doesn't really matter because since the voice actors are the main characters, it doesn't matter if there are other images on screen. You're still front and center in this whole thing. So treat it as an audio script. You are it. You know, all eyes are on you. The focus is on you. So play it up, ham it up, have fun with it. Secondly, let's talk about the age range of the potential audience. Now, of course, there's always going to be people of all ages watching and listening into something like this. But what does the age range for this particular script seem like?
I'd say somewhere between 12 and 20.
12 and
with
20.
people like
Okay.
myself, a lot older.
I think
you could
even
go-
younger
you
than
could-
that.
Yeah, you could go younger. I'm with
well,
Devin.
I was thinking junior-ish.
Yeah, I think this is definitely geared more towards younger audiences. Doesn't mean you still can't have some fun, some extra fun with it, but yeah, definitely geared towards some more younger audiences.
Yeah.
So we talked
now,
about.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, they do have a tendency to aim a lot of the commode and toilet joke stuff at 12-year-old boys.
Oh no, little kids like that stuff too.
That's a major demographic.
Like 7, 8 years old, they love that stuff.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show Crash and Bernstein. It was on Disney, and it's got this Muppet puppet on there, and
Who is hilarious.
yeah, he's really super hilarious. But they geared the whole show toward 12-year-olds, and you can tell just in the way that it's performed.
Go watch it, Joe. It's awesome.
Well, apparently,
Really
Joe,
great
that show's right up your alley.
I guess. Yeah. It's in my age range.
Boys and
But
Joe.
inspired me to build a puppet the first time.
So we're talking a little bit. Devin, you brought up a little bit about what you remember from us talking about the characters themselves, exactly how they interact with each other, and you brought up Dr. Ghastly sort of being this almost like this definite secondary character, like trying to suck up to or snivel to Dr. Evil. So I think that interpretation still could fit, especially with what's going on here. Seems like Dr. Ghastly is sort of like the actual brains behind the whole thing, putting together all the smart stuff, but sort of second in command behind Dr. Evil, who is front and center, maybe not quite as technically savvy as Dr. Ghastly.
Doesn't that kind of get turned on its head a little in the last paragraph? Because Evil's the one with the plan. Or did I
Well,
get
dumb
that
people come
backwards?
up with plans all the time too.
Yeah, and in the
I mean, just look at government. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
in the original because I know where this came. This came from Evil Con Carne. In the original cartoon, the Dr. Evil is actually Hector, and Hector Con Carne is like a brain in a bear body, and he's not that bright, but he does come up with plans all the time. And the Dr. Ghastly is like a huge intellect scientist and is always doing so. Dr. Ghastly's definitely smarter, but the plans usually come from Dr. Evil in this one. I liked everybody's the character interactions. Each scene had different enough characters for the interactions. The only thing I didn't hear, which I'd love to hear or try, is one or the other being completely deadpan for the delivery. And then the other one's like this cartoony something, and the other one's like,
Got a little bit of that Pinky in the Brain thing
missing
going
all
on.
energy. Yeah, you could do that. I don't,
yeah.
I'll
don't know
go
what
for
would
that. I don't
necessarily
have a
work.
lot of energy, so I'll do the deadpan.
So Devin has volunteered
you,
to be
Joe.
the deadpan delivery.
Keep in mind, though, even if you do deadpan, especially on the longer pieces, they're expecting you to keep the audience engaged. And one
I
thing,
know, but I'm not. I'm on mic
Well,
check.
this is not directed at you. This is this is to the crowd. Coaching with Val Kelly for animation. One of the things out of that is no two lines back to back will ever carry the same emotion, and even
Very
switch
true.
emotions and pacing within the line.
Yeah. And especially when you're trying to keep kids engaged.
Yeah.
Because I mean, short squirrel attention spans.
Well, one thing to think about.
thought of doing a board thing, but I was like, that will just get boring, and it didn't seem like the script really lent itself to just a bored character, and so I just opted for what I did because I didn't think I could pull the board off.
Yeah, well, I see what you mean, but there is a difference. There is a big difference between deadpan and bored. Deadpan is usually flatter. It's usually a lot more subdued. It's not necessarily like monotone.
I know.
So it would take. I mean, it would take a lot of slight mental cues to really do a deadpan character well here for this and keep a younger demographic involved. But I mean, I for one am willing to hear it. If you guys want to give it a go, I'd love to hear what you guys have for that. But yeah, I'm not 100% on board with that idea, only because I don't know how it would fit and work with this particular script. But again, I'm willing to be surprised. Now,
Well, it's also a direction choice that'll, stretch you.
Yeah.
Whether it works or not.
Yeah, it is. So we'll give it a go.
If we don't like it, we'll just keep
let's
going.
talk about exactly. Joe, your membership here is on the line. Let's go ahead and talk about exactly what's going on in here. So you have Dr. Evil coming in, assaulted by a smell. So I'd love for you, if you're playing Dr. Evil, when you play Dr. Evil, to actually smell it. I'd love to know the moment that it hits your nose and offends every single sense that you have. Because, I mean, come on, this has got to be really stinky. You got to play it up a little bit more.
And he's also late, so he should be out of breath.
Yeah, maybe.
Something to show
Either
he's
that
late.
or he just really
Well, either
doesn't
that or he
care all
doesn't
that
care
much.
if he's late and he's just being sarcastic. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
late.
Yeah, if you want,
Sorry, I'm late, Dr. Ghastly.
if you want to draw on the acting side of that, the sure way to not be acting is to get caught. So nobody, you figure out it's raining, not by walking outside and looking up and going, "Oh, it's raining," right? So you don't need to be out of breath to be late. He's saying he's late.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you
but-
could do that though if you wanted to.
Second line, Dr. Ghastly is calling Dr. Evil Chief. So I don't think Dr. Evil needs to apologize to second in command for being late.
Oh, nice catch. Yep.
Yeah, he could
So
be
speaking of
sarcastic.
which-
He'd be like, "Sorry, I'm late."
Yeah.
Well, if
Well,
he's
that
going to be
works
the
too, Joe.
deadpan
That's a
guy.
good point. The more deadpan he is, the more of an effect you're going to have when he catches that smell and overreacts.
Ah.
Yeah, my
More of
thought
a
on the
lift that
deadpan
way.
is if anyone's deadpan, it almost has to be evil. I have a hard time
Yeah.
seeing Ghastly
Yeah.
being deadpan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm so
Especially
excited
if
to
she's a suck
explain
up,
it.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sycophant.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I saw. Like the excited kid and the almost appeasing parent. If that makes sense. Like they're sort of just being nice to be nice. That's kind of the dynamic that I see between these two. So Dr. Evil is just like, "Yeah, sorry, I'm late," and then is surprised that there's actually something there. And then Dr. Ghastly has left sort of like that childlike wonder. "Oh, morning, Chief!" They're excited to see them. The first line has an exclamation mark in it, so it tells you there's some excitement, there's some energy there, there's some hopefulness almost. I think a fun way to sort of approach Dr. Ghastly would be, almost having this like childlike wonder to him.
Ghastly's
To
been
them.
waiting all morning to show off this device.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
Yep, yep.
Exactly.
He's so excited to show it to him. Yep.
I've got a question. What do you make of the fact that when Dr. Evil starts responding with questions, that it goes from 1 question mark to 2 question marks to 3 question marks?
I think genuine surprise.
And getting excited too, you think? What else can this thing do? What else can this thing do? What else can this thing do?
Yeah. or
either that or
growing
impatience.
more incredulous, world
More
domination
excited over the
device,
possibilities.
More interested.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
more interested.
I think interest.
I could see
Yeah,
incredulous if he's been through this 800 times before
right.
with Dr. Ghastly, and it's
So
like
now what?
every invention.
Oh, so then you
fails.
move to like genuine surprise towards the there. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, because the
oh,
rebound is going to
okay.
be more dramatic. Yeah.
Right.
I
So
could
how
see.
does it work?
Right.
Like, come on, all right, give me a break. How does it work? Whatever. And then when he sees that it actually does work, pow.
Yep.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that could be another interpretation. We could give that a try too. Anybody else? Anybody else can have any other insights, any ideas as to what they feel that these characters, how they should react to each other? Okay, so then, let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Anything that maybe we didn't cover quite yet? Because I think we've got a decent idea of who these characters are, what's going on, and how we should approach them.
Yeah, I think the list of the ingredients of this stink bomb, just vary it up a little bit. I think Patrick did a really good job with it. Others more deadpan. So yeah, just treatment of
don't
each give each one of these separate items its own feel.
Yeah, don't rush through all of those, because I mean those are supposed to be little chuckle points, for the people who are listening. It's supposed to be a little bit funny, or at least something that they're supposed to pay attention to just a little bit. So yeah, don't rush through that. Make sure to give all of those ingredients and whatnot their time.
There are, on the very last paragraph, whoever's doing evil, there are a lot of turns there. A lot.
Yep.
And a lot of opportunities to play, to add emotions in, and
even if it's deadpan.
Yep. Even if it's deadpan, you've still got to get through it, and you got to, even more important, to keep the 12-year-olds engaged. Because if they're not listening to this, and during your speech they turn to their phone, you've lost them, and you're not getting booked.
That or they're, I'm going to play Fortnite, okay?
No, but yeah, remember, see the scene, like be in that scene. Your main job as a voice actor is to make people think that they're not actually watching a cartoon, or that somehow they're like disconnected with what's going on. Your main job as a voice actor is to bring people into what's happening. So live in the moment, be there, like actually, give yourself some time. One of the common pitfalls that I usually hear when it comes to people delivering sort of block lines like this is that they just feel like they have to go through it, quickly, because it's all just smashed together. There aren't any spaces or commas or ellipses or things like that. But you can add those in because you're playing the character, which has their own personality and has their own reactions in that setting, rather than just trying to get through the script as quickly as possible. Like for instance, at the very at that last paragraph, that top sentence, here's to world domination, ha. I heard that delivered multiple times pretty quickly, and I'm sure that it came off awkward to you when you delivered it, but it also sounded awkward to us because nobody talks like that. Here's to world domination, ha.
We don't.
That's odd. That's weird. I mean, I haven't in a long time. Okay. No, but
I say here's the world domination. Ha!
It can be a toast.
It could be.
It
could be, but it needs to sound like it.
You're spot on, Michael. This is an exchange between the two characters. It's not just delivering your set of lines, and it's a great exchange.
Yeah,
that exchange will keep the audience engaged.
Yeah, and also the thing is you're playing off one another. You're because, well, unlike a lot of situations, this is sort of an ensemble type of situation where you are playing off of another actor. There may be a tiny bit of delay because of some of our internet connections, but still, there's those cues and things that you pick up on as you're listening to them reading their lines, and then getting into your lines. because you're having a conversation between you two.
And one last thing that I did want to mention is down at the very bottom with the "and a small piece of land in Montana," like jab. That is definitely an aside. That's like a last minute tacked on idea, because after I demand $3 gajillion in return, there's a final exclamation point. Like that's the end of the sentence. That's where they thought their idea was going to end, and then it suddenly occurs to them, oh wait, yes, and a small piece of land in Montana. Make sure to add that in as an aside. As this sort of tacked on. Oh wait a minute, yeah, that was something else that I had on my list, Montana.
Or it could be like his big thing. And a small piece of land in Montana.
It could be, but it is a tacked on idea. That's all I want to really make. That's what I really want to emphasize, is that due to the fact that there is a
dash and M dash.
Yeah, I think Michael's network connection is getting a little fuzzy.
Michael, are you on dial-up
Just
today?
Froze.
He froze in a cool position.
Yeah,
You need to reseat your acoustic coupler.
Get back to the
Adjust your sonic transducer.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Yeah.
It could be the flux capacitor.
Stick some robotic legs on it.
21 gigawatts.
Has anyone ever opened some rotten chicken livers?
Oh my.
That is the worst gag-inducing smell in the world.
Yeah, I worked at a chicken place. I really know what you're talking
We used to give up the dogs as treats, and there was one that worked its way to the back of the fridge behind the yogurt. And I literally, I'm home at lunch. I'm about, where are these? And
Speaking of stink power,
literally cracked the lid and immediately over to the sink.
Yeah.
Patrick, you've successfully made me vegan.
That is for line.
So
I used to love to eat
I'm a
livers and
pedestrian.
hot sauce, but I'm thinking twice about it now.
So Joe and Tim.
Yes.
Want to go? I guess we should go because
We should go.
we should.
Michael's got to go
Michael
back.
will be
Okay.
back.
Yeah, he's
Mute
got
up,
his
everybody.
connection.
Let's
up.
try it.
All right. Good luck to you, my man.
Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device.
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power.
Assorted soft cheese. Stolen skunk. Dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I find that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray.
So how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now, watch the monitor.
Wow. That stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Wait. Got some email. Look. It's email from the League of Nations. Looks like our stinky plan is working. Ghastly! Prepare the video phone. Time to conduct some business.
Cool.
What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return. And a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Did you say gym clothes, Tim?
Did I? I can't remember if I did or not. Maybe I did. Dirty gym clothes.
Dirty gym clothes. Like, what the?
Oh, is that not gym clothes?
No.
It's pronounced Jif.
Oh, Jif clothes. Okay.
There you go.
So there was something that I do recall talking about last time. Since Dr. Ghastly has been working with these foul smells the whole time, why don't you do it with a plugged nose?
Got it. All right.
Like, give that a try. Just plug your nose for the whole thing, because
No
maybe
problem.
maybe they're wearing one of those, like those old timey
Clothespins.
laundry clips, the
I'll
clothespins.
clip like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do it this way.
Yeah, just plug nose on the top of my nose.
Other comments? How'd the deadpan-ish work?
I like
Oh,
the way he rose up in levels of incredulous. That seemed to work pretty well.
Yeah, it stayed deadpan, but it kept that engaging deadpan.
Yes.
I didn't like it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I didn't terribly care for it either, although I think you had a wonderful, magnificent.
Yes.
Oh, magnificent.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it sounded
Magnificent,
like
magnificent.
It sounded like he's
agree.
just kind of like, I could just break down and cry. This
Yeah, it did sound like it. Yeah,
This is beautiful.
it did.
I think there's tears running down his
Montana
cheek.
was also well done.
Yeah, Montana was good. I liked it. Yeah, I like the drop of Montana.
Yeah, it was like that little bit of panic, like, oh, I almost forgot.
Montana.
Montana.
Okay. Again?
Are you gonna do the
You wanna do it
deadpan again?
All right.
Yeah. Let's see if I can mix up the deadpan.
Because we get the treat of having Joe, and we're not really getting Joe.
Yeah, it felt like the 12-year-olds were going to be bored by that.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. You want me to try something else?
Yeah.
Go for
Okay.
it. You always.
How about an accent?
Okay. Accent.
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What is the smell? Ah!
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Ah, stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, token skunk, dirty gym shoes, and a commode for bouquet. I find that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray.
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay, then.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow, that stink gun is wunderbar.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Wait, we've got some email. It's on my AOL account. Look, it's the email from the League of Nations. Looks like our stinky little planet's working. Ghastly,
Yes, sir.
prepare the video phone. I want to see them with my eyes. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to the stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return. And a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Nicely done.
All right.
And-
Open it up. What did everybody think?
I'm seeing Joe standing there with jack boots on.
He's got all the mustache going on over there too.
That they have here's a simple case of supply. That was fantastic. It was just
Yeah, definitely much better than the deadpan try.
Great job.
Better for 12-year-olds, yeah.
Tim, I only have one thing for you.
Not
It was
yours.
wonderful. Just be careful when you do character.
Yeah.
You had a couple of deviations from it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
like
sort of
a
being like a little German thing when he said the German thing. I went, yeah.
absorbed it a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah, it was just you gave him a lisp a couple times, and that was all.
Okay. Well, you
I had one thing. When Dr. Evil says stink power, like it seemed like the emphasis was on both words, and I think the key word is stink. Like, why would you come up with something that was stink?
Yeah. He's confused by it.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's what the extra question marks could really be indicating: increasing confusion.
That could be right. Yeah.
I still see it as increasing, like getting more excited
Curiosity.
about the potential of this device.
Curiosity.
Fusion, a little bit of curiosity.
Yeah.
Well, I think the excited about the increasing potential comes later on when he actually uses it. I think at the
Well, for sure.
beginning, I think at the beginning though, I feel more partial, at least personally, to say that the extra question marks are indicating more curiosity or more confusion on this whole thing. Like, wait a minute, what's going on? Stink power? What? World
Maybe the
domination?
idea,
What?
maybe the idea is to leave it up to the actor and just say more of something, and you figure it out.
Yeah.
Since,
Three, 1, 2, and
since
3,
nobody can
it's
seem to
more
put
of
their finger on it.
More of something. Yeah.
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 Oh, my finger. Is that what you just said?
There's more something.
Stink
Yes.
power.
Stink ray.
Just a little more
boy.
stink.
Yep. Okay.
Alrighty then. What did everybody think of Tim's delivery with the nose pinched?
Did it work or
I
not?
liked it better.
Yeah.
I did.
Too.
It felt like too much to me.
Yeah, I'd back off on
Yeah.
it a little bit.
A little too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could do it. You could get away with doing it with one side and just go a little, put your voice a little more nasal.
I can do like this. I remember right here.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
really get that his nose was plugged. It just kind of gave this nasally character
Super
voice.
nasal
to it,
Yeah.
character.
Oh,
But
okay.
it
Yeah.
didn't come
Okay.
across
Okay.
as I
Okay.
can't stand the smell of this.
Yep. That's good.
I think you'd be used to
did
it.
come across it. Well, just because of the fact that I've constantly do a nasal character,
Yeah.
and it had that kind of thing going on.
Mhm.
I would not be inclined on the you were giving acknowledgments to him on the last paragraph, Tim.
Don't do that. I was just.
I would not be
stating.
inclined to talk over.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you guys go ahead and switch roles and give it another read?
Oh
Uh-huh.
my! Oh no!
No.
Oh no! Alrighty. Are you ready, Joe?
Sure.
All right. Sorry, I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. Oi! What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Oh, yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheeses, token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray.
So, how does it work?
Oh, just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
That stink gun is magnificent.
Oh, thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Wait, we've got some email. Look, it's an email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gagillion in return, and a small place of land in Tontana, and a small place of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Okay, opening it up. What did everybody think?
Tim, did you try to start German?
No.
Somewhere along the way, you were
Did I?
dropping it and then picking it back up again.
Oh,
A little Yiddish in the beginning.
Sorry, I'm late. What the?
And you came up with a 51st date.
Yeah.
Funny.
And we found that extra hard G that we were missing earlier. You threw it in
Yeah.
Gagillion.
Yep.
Gillian. That was great,
Gillian.
actually. I love that.
Joe, I'm not so sure about hair lip.
Yeah, Joe, it really seemed like you were. Yeah, this is not normal for you, Joe, but it seemed like you're really concentrating on the sound of what was coming out of you instead of being in the moment.
It's an old character of mine who used to pronounce everything wrong, and most of his P's were B's and N's were M's. So,
yeah, that's
so
just
we're
the feeling
better
I got
as
from it.
the other roles, Tim.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you don't have that option.
Yeah, here's the challenge though. Though you may feel more confident with the other roles, you're doing these roles now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like
Wow.
this is your challenge now.
The Gestapo.
No, because I
I
feel
know,
that
this
a lot of people tend to run away from the challenges, and that's where you really grow the most. So I'm gonna say you two should take another read at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
We're
a
gonna run
suggestion.
short of time
and-
here.
And this was
Oh, yeah, I'll
hit.
do it, Nathan.
This is one that I was hit with when I was doing a pilot for an animation. The guy liked the character I was doing, but wanted it on a different character.
Yeah.
He wanted the voice that I had created
Mhm.
on a different character. So that original voice you were doing when you first read this, but on the Dr. Evil character.
That would be Joe you're talking about.
No, I'm talking
Me?
about the voice you were doing
Oh.
as Ghastly, but switch it up and use it
Use that
as Dr. Evil.
All right.
We have time.
Yeah, and just go ahead and end
Like 5
after.
to
Just
10.
push the button and see. So we'll
Okay.
stop after. Just push
Got
the
it.
button and see.
Okay.
And use our original voices.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Why
ready?
not? Go for it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What's that smell?
No, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray.
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
You know what you said, Joe?
Yes.
You got it now.
Got it.
I want that to stay in this script from here on forward.
It was actually
It was
Gim
pretty
clothes.
funny.
You could pull a Simpsons and pronounce it Gime.
Yeah, guy clothes.
Gime? What's a Gime?
Gime clothes.
Alrighty then. What did everybody think of that?
I thought when he was doing the list, it was too much pausing in between. Because
Okay.
it seems like he would just kind of rattle off that list more than, giving each one life like you would do on a commercial or something.
Okay. Anything else? Nope.
Other than
All
that,
right.
I thought
Well,
that was pretty good. Other than that,
I think so too. I think using the other characters, just applying them to these, you're using the other voices, but applying them to these characters really worked out.
Thanks,
So
Nathan.
let's go ahead
Yeah.
and move on. Who's up next?
Hi.
Devin and Joshua.
Devin and Joshua.
All right, since the deadpan wasn't a big hit, I'm open to suggestions, direction.
Do you?
You know what? Give it a try. We'll see. We'll direct you from there.
Okay. Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheeses, a Tonkin skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray.
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow, that stink on is magnificent.
Oh, thanks, Chief.
Oh, I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Ha! Wait, we've got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gazillion in return, and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
All right, opening it up. What did everybody think?
Okay, you two, both of you moved on the emotional scale between 4 and 6. We need to move between 1 and 12. And play with the pace. Pick it up, slow it down. Motion big and then go small. Right after the other. Everything just kind of played here at the same speed, same place, on all the lines and everything. So really just play with it and go nuts. You're in a safe space.
Yeah. Yeah. It made me feel like I was watching one of those independent films that, you know, it's like,
How do you?
You know,
I'm
the
not sure.
time
I
where
guess
there's-
I know how to do deadpan and then mix up. I guess I'm trying to find that.
It's
Be a bored
it's
professor.
subtle. I mean, mixing it up when you're deadpan is pretty subtle. Like you do have to stay within a certain emotional range. But I gotta say, Devin, I love you and all, but I really don't like the character that you used.
I could just do something
You had
different.
like a Valley Girl
Yeah,
that
Valley
was
Girl with drugs or
word,
something.
but
She
it
was
was
sullen,
kind of
sounded like.
I was
complete
thinking
opposites.
sullen teenage girl.
Yeah,
Millennial,
yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Actually kind of made me think of Dib's sister from Invader Zim.
Oh, yeah.
Just a tiny bit. I could hear that in there. It's like, you know, it's like, Dib, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I like both voices. I thought Josh, your voice was very like classic cartoon kind
Yes,
of
definitely.
voice. And then
Yep.
Devin, I liked your voice. I'm just not sure it's a match for this
character.
script. The voice was great. The character's solid. Do you use it here is the question.
Yep.
Let me try something else evil then.
These people are
more
intelligent, or at
emotional
least they think they are.
Yeah, they think they are. That's an important.
Yeah, they
distinction.
think they're more dangerous than they are. So
Right. Should she put
All
some
right.
kind of accent on the character that she's doing?
Not the Southern Belle.
No, not the Southern Belle. Something guttural, more guttural sounding, I guess.
All right, more guttural. All right.
how about something more like a vampire?
Yeah, worry about the attitude
Pennsylvania,
more
I
than
want
the
to suck
sound.
your blood.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm late, Dr. Ghastly.
Sorry.
Can you do something like
Okay.
that?
Who said
gotta
that?
give it a
Worry,
try.
yes, worry more about the attitude than the sound.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're muted
Well,
now.
Yep. Go ahead and give it another read.
Sorry, I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. Ugh, what's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device.
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power!
Power?
Assorted soft cheeses, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray!
So how does it work?
Just push the button and see!
Okay.
Now watch the monitor!
Wow, that stink gun is magnificent. Whoa.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Ha! Wait, we've got some email. Ooh, look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return. And a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Okay, opening it up again. What about this read?
Much better character.
Wow, yes, definitely.
Characterization
Good call.
worked.
Good call, Mike. Good call on that.
Beetlejuice and Squirrel.
Yes.
Nice job with the emotional range, Josh. I'd still like to. You took that range and moved it from 4 to 6 up to 8.
Yeah.
We need to get some. We need to get some 1s and 2s down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're literally burning it at 8 the whole time across. And that difference, that emotional difference in bringing it down low and playing with your volume is what's going to keep the viewer engaged. You're going to draw.
Think about near the beginning where Dr. Gassy says, "Oh, morning, Chief," and that's like over the top because the Chief's across the room. But then maybe you get in really close to Dr. Evil and whisper the thing. I'm just putting the finishing touches, and maybe you're the thing that's stinky in the room from working on this device. So that gives a interplay between you and Dr. Evil.
That's good.
Yeah, and then a big yes. I've just discovered boom, boom, stink power. So those playing with those extremes.
I also believe that according to Joe, it's actually Gim clothes. According to Joe, you did mispronounce that, so just go ahead.
I did feel that I got the vibe from Joshua that you were a theater actor on stage and projecting everything so that the folks in the back row would be able to hear you. And I don't know that that's quite appropriate for this.
That's what I was gonna say too. Came across real cartoony, and I'm talking like I wrote in there Doofenshmirtz.
Which, I mean, this is cartoony to start with, so that kind of helps.
But it was like unrealistic cartoony, like unbelievable cartoony, like just all the way up at high excitement throughout the entire thing, like Patrick was saying.
Dan, cartoons aren't real.
What?
Oh, what?
What?
You
mean Bugs Bunny doesn't exist?
That's what I was
LLCs
thinking.
Just
don't
shattered
exist.
our worldview.
I must apologize to my puppets for what you said.
That's right.
Mommy said cartoons don't exist.
So one more time.
Through to watch the monitor.
Or we can flip them.
I would say flip them.
Yeah, flip them.
Yeah,
Flip
because
'em.
we do have time constraints here.
Yeah.
Flip them.
All right, Josh, you're doing evil.
Yeah, read it backwards.
Yep.
Oh, sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What is that smell?
Oh, morning, Thief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power.
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul orders, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray.
So, how does this work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow, that stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Steve.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Ha! Wait, we've got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Okay, opening it up. What did everybody think of those reads?
I pictured Devin as some anime character. I'm seriously one of those, creepy little girl anime characters.
You guys.
We're gonna take over the world.
I really like the contradiction, having
I do
Dr.
too.
Ghastly be like this almost childlike character.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would have just liked for you to button it up a little bit more so that you sounded a lot smarter than somebody who sounded like they're reading. It sounded more like you were reading what was going on more than you were like actually inventing it and talking about these things.
That may
So-
have been why I thought it felt like an anime character.
Yeah, this felt
Because
like
it comes off a little more reedy when they're following lip flops. But
It was a good character though.
yeah, this
but
Yeah,
felt like
it did.
I do
Good
enjoy
job,
the
Devin.
character. I did enjoy
Yeah,
the character a
good
lot.
job.
yeah, this especially felt like that TV show off that YouTube, but it never made a cut for the Cartoon Network called Villainous.
Called what?
Called what?
Villainous. It's like a cartoon show that
Villainous.
it never made a cut.
Villainous.
Villainous.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Mexican cartoon show.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Joshua, much better on your emotional range on that one. You've got a tendency every time you speak to lean into the mic, and you don't need to lean to the mic. Let the mic do the work. It's going to be there. You just try and keep your same distance, if that makes sense.
But that was tremendous improvement, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
Joshua.
That was a
Take direction.
great read, Josh.
I like your
One
evil
thing I would
character.
say
Yes.
is give that joke about the piece of land in Montana a little room to breathe. Because you
Yeah.
went and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide. It was like,
Yeah.
just you exploded right off of it into
It's a good
the
catch.
final line.
Actually, you did it pretty much the way I would do it. So maybe that critique applies to me too.
Well, we'll see when we get around to you. For now, it's actually John and Phil who are up.
Yep.
So, whenever you two are ready, go for it.
Right, John.
Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. Oh, what's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes! I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you'll get the almighty Stink Ray!
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow! That stink gun is magnificent!
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities!
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination! Ha! Wait! We got some email! Look! It's from the League of Nations! It looks like our stinky little plan is working! Ghastly, prepare the video phone! It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end of their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return, and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
All right, Chief.
Okay. Input. What did everybody think?
I don't know if I should be offended, Phil.
Well, Phil, there is
That was
one
the
little
best.
bit of there is one bit of critique that I did notice here, and it follows along with Joshua in the exact same position. You started off way high energy, and you just kept it up there, and it was still monotone, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah,
It was like
I'd to point out
monotone
that-
high energy.
I'd like to point out that Dan, you cannot criticize Phil's accent because that would violate the Dan rule.
What?
We need to get a lawyer in here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I don't know if I should be offended or not.
I would like to
compliment to imitate people.
I
would
like the accent. I did.
Yeah.
I would like to see more excitement when you say just push the button and see.
Oh,
Because he should be like groveling his hands like he's so excited he's gonna push this button.
all
And
right.
then and also on watch the monitor. We just kind of said it.
John, you had a great turn. I mean, going from kind of flat and deadpan, like, oh, what now, to excitement. You took it up to a 6. Take it all the way to a 10. Like, go over the top with, this is magnificent. Oh my God! And then work that variance, that high and low, that loud and soft, into that last paragraph.
All right.
All right. Why don't you guys give it one more read?
Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty Stink Ray.
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now, watch the monitor.
Wow! That stink gun is magnificent!
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities!
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination! Ha! Wait, we've got some email. Look! It's from the League of Nations! It looks like our stinky little plan is working! Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return. And a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
All right. How about that? What did everybody think?
John, great job taking direction.
Yeah, very good job taking direction, John.
I love Phil's, yeah.
Sorry, Tracy,
Phil's
you're breaking up really bad.
Chief
Yeah, your
was
network connection's breaking up.
awesome.
I'm sorry,
Just
Tracy, your network's breaking up really bad.
He went right up. Am I?
If there are
Tracy, could you type it in chat? Because it's really hard to understand you.
Yeah, network
Yeah,
speed's messing up.
Network,
Yeah, sorry, Tracy.
John, if there were one more take, and I don't think there is, I would tell you you've got to push your way through that last paragraph a little quicker.
Okay.
Too many pauses. And again, play with that emotion, the high, low, the volume, and everything. But your character for it was great.
I was trying to give a little time for some of this to sink in, but maybe it's a bit much. Yeah.
Yeah, that,
Bill-
that takes a little bit of give and take to do. All right. so
Bill, the
Tracy-
only thing I'd tell you is to play with the softer parts a little more. Just, again, you're up here, you expanded that range a little more, but the low one's got to be a little quieter and subtle.
Tracy said she loved Phil's thanks, Chief.
Thanks, Chief.
Yeah, that is good. But be my guest needs to be more like inviting.
Be my guest.
Be my guest.
Be my guest. Be my guest.
The character voice was great, Phil. You seemed so focused on getting the voice right and staying in character that you were kind of losing the sense of what the character was saying.
Yeah.
In the case of these character voices, the big thing is if you want to stay with the character instead of just being focused on trying to stay with the character, is use something you've already got.
Yeah.
You know,
do something new.
You know, try to pull something out of your back pocket that you've been carrying around with you, because you know, even if it's a bad impression of somebody, it can make a great character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Joe's
all that was
impression a few minutes ago.
It was really good. Let's go ahead and get a take with you two swapped on your characters.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Ready, John?
Yeah.
All right, everybody else, go ahead and mute up.
Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes. I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine the multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty Stink Ray.
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now, watch the monitor.
Wow. That stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to sync up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's the world domination. Wait, we've got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple supply and a case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return, and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
All right, opening it up. What did everybody think of that?
Nice switch.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. When he switched it up, I heard a little bit of a hint of this guy.
This
Mojo
guy?
Jojo. Just a little bit of Mojo Jojo, and that was good.
Oh man, it's been so long.
I really liked Phil's, but John, I'm sorry, you sounded completely non-cartoony to me.
That
John,
sounds
I
very
think you said it a
different,
bit
doesn't
too
it?
informative and nice during that. I would have liked to, if we had time for another one, I would say, give it a completely different character. Just pull something completely different out of there. But unfortunately, we do not have the time, so we're going to have to move on to Russ and Patrick.
Go get him, Pat.
Russ, are you evil or ghastly?
I think I'm evil.
Okay.
Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. Oh, what's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I've just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power!
Stink power?
Yes, assorted soft cheeses, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty Stink Ray!
Oh, so how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow! That stink gun is magnificent!
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Ha! Wait, we've got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end of their stinky little problem and demand a $3 gajillion in return. Oh, and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Okay. What did everybody think?
I felt like Russ's character dropped in age range. It went from, pre-teens and teens down to 4 and 5 year olds.
Yeah, you're right.
It really did. It had that kind of storybook feel all of a sudden.
Okay.
There
Anything
was
else?
something in the
Anybody else?
tone that he had that just kind of felt like once upon a time.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's a little bit of breathiness he had to it that, yeah, added to that effect.
On Dr. Ghastly's Just Push the Button and See, I wanted a little more attitude of, you've been waiting all morning for him to come and push this button.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. So what does everybody think? One more take or swap?
Probably should swap.
Say
just in
swap
interest of
because it
time.
was pretty good. It was pretty good. There was just
pretty
minor
good.
little things.
Yeah.
Okay. So just be on those tiny little things, solid reads. Okay. So then go ahead and swap.
Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. Oh, what's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I've just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power!
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you can get the almighty stink ray.
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now, watch the monitor.
Wow! That stink gun is magnificent!
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Ha! Wait, we've got some email. Look, it's an email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return, and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide. Done.
Really? That's when it was finished? Oh, okay, cool. All right, what is it?
Yeah, switched up. That was good.
I was pretty happy with it.
Oh, Leonard's happy. That's good.
My reputation precedes me.
Michael, come on. Nothing? Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if we had more time, I would be able to find more things. But for right now, I think it was overall a really, really solid read. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of worried about how much time we got left here. So,
Well, you don't have to go again. Just give us a little bit of input.
So, Russ, it seemed like you were a little out of breath for quite a few of the lines, actually, and I think that was something that sort of made it feel like you were a lot more frantic than maybe you needed to be.
Okay.
So I would say, if we had time for another one, go ahead and slow it down, allow yourself to breathe, and play with what's going on a little bit more than just the sound of the voice.
Okay. I was just trying to project excitement that way.
Yeah, and that, I think, one of the easiest ways to do that would be just to start your baseline read at a lower energy level altogether.
When you
I
say
think your normal baseline. Yeah, so just like if you and this other person were just sort of talking in a neutral room and whatnot, it seemed like the character was a little bit more hyped up than they needed to be at the beginning. Again, the whole Dr. Ghastly having a little bit more energy than they normally have.
Okay, thanks.
But
anything?
No, I think you did all the turns pretty well. Maybe you could have given the and a small piece of land in Montana just a bit more space. It seemed a little too thrown away, but all in all, I thought it was pretty solid.
I felt like you were giving it like 85%, Patrick. Like you had the character and everything, but just weren't committed completely. There was just a little bit of lack of commitment to the whole thing. That's just what I felt when I was reading it.
15% more.
Yeah.
You need to commit, son. You need to commit.
It was not enough. Are you being serious, or
just a little more? Yeah, I just think you had everything going. It just didn't quite get there. I've been working out with Everett, so that might be what's going on here.
Oh, okay.
Well, whether you nail it or not, Everett's going to tell you didn't give enough. You're aware of that. Just like whether you give a good read to J. Michael or not, he's going to say there's a lot to like in there. But virtual high five, Russ.
Okay, so that would leave it to myself and Leonard, right?
Yes.
Okay. Leonard, you ready to go?
Yep.
Let's do this. Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. I'm... What is that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray.
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow. That stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Oh, wait. We've got some email. Look, it's from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return, and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Opening it up.
I don't know. I ain't got much for anybody. Those are great reads. Leonard, I heard the eagerness in your voice for just push the button. Come on.
Yeah, go ahead, do it. Thank you.
Yeah, that was definitely there.
That was really, really good.
I kind of thought Mike fell in and out a little bit.
Voice?
Sorry, Devin, didn't hear you.
Are you okay with sustaining that gravel? You had a bit of a gravel. Can you sustain that?
Yeah, did I
was it
not?
a
Did I
stray?
break out of it?
No,
I felt like you fell in and out a little bit of your character.
I probably did fall in and out just a little bit too.
I heard
Holding
some
that.
slight edges of Michael there, and then
Okay.
I think Devin's asking if you can sustain that for 8 hours.
Yeah. No, I don't have a problem with that. That voice
8-hour
doesn't really affect me that much.
as Tara Strong calls it, getting blood throat.
No, it wouldn't be that much of a strain for me to do that for like a 3-hour session.
You know what I realized while you're reading, Mike? I think when he says wait, it's an interruption, but it's like hold everything. Not just like wait. It's just like everybody shut up.
Okay.
Because there's an email and it's really important. I think that's more of what the wait is there.
Okay. So then what do you guys think? Another round or swap characters?
Swap.
Yeah, swap them.
Okay, time to swap.
Okay. Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. I'm... What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Oh, yes. I discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power.
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty Stinkray.
So, how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now, watch the monitor.
Oh, wow. That stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Oh, be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Wait, we've got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return, and a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Okay, handing it over to you guys. What did you think?
Bit rushed at the end.
Leonard, you
Yeah.
fell out of character on
Just a
Stinky
little bit.
Problem. That was the only fault to it. I thought it was great.
I thought it was rushed
let's
at
see,
the
where?
end.
Michael's character a lot.
Oh, there, okay.
Yeah, Michael, the only line I would have you redo is the thanks, Chief, because it was more of what I heard was a little more of a like elbowing in the ribs. Thanks, Chief, instead of a little more proud of your accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks,
That's a
Chief.
good one.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to hear Dr. Ghastly in kind of a Gollum voice.
Well, maybe next time this comes around, we can do that.
I think it got kind of rushed at the end, but the one line that could have been milked a little is what we have here. You know, instead of just what we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I think that line can really, you know, it's like, let me tell you what's going on. You know, hey, I just realized we can make some money off of this.
Okay.
Alrighty then. So it looks like we have one last group, which is going to be composed of Nathan and Vincent.
Clap,
Okay,
clap, clap.
Okay.
I'll do my best.
All right. So which character do you want to play, Vincent? Because you're going to play both of them. Just which one do you want to start with?
The very first one.
So you want to be Dr. Evil? Okay.
Yes.
So you'll be Dr. Evil. Nathan, you're Dr. Ghastly. Let's go ahead and get a read.
Okay. Let's see now. Sorry, okay, hold on. Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. What's that smell?
Oh, morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stinky power.
Stink power?
A sword of soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode for a bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, I'll run them through a sonic transducer and stick some robotic legs on it. You get the almighty Stinkray.
So how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now, watch the monitor. Watch the monitor.
Wow, that stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Ha! Wait, we got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. Looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end of their sticky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return in a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Okay. So, how about some feedback? What did everybody think?
Vincent, your reads are getting better. But I didn't feel any emotion. It just sounded like you're reading and just changing your pitch just enough. I didn't actually feel the character.
Okay.
You had
Vincent,
some energy though up till the
Yeah.
end.
yeah, it got too many, got too wordy for him at the end, I think.
Yeah, it was
Vincent,
weird.
give us a. So how does it work? And really be curious. Let me hear you go. So how does it work?
No line reads.
Okay.
Just
So,
that one. Go ahead.
So,
Sorry.
So, how does it work?
That's better.
Vincent, I want you to ask Russ.
Okay. Russ, how does it work?
Now,
good.
ask Russ.
Like you're excited about, like you really want to know.
Russ, how does it work?
I think you just added volume. You didn't add emotion.
How does it work?
Vincent, how does it work?
Russ, how does it work?
That's a little better.
Better.
You're really excited to find out how it works. You have to come from that emotional place.
Yeah, just like overdo it.
Yeah.
It is animation,
Yeah.
and it's aimed at younger kids. So there's going to be a lot of emotion, a lot of excitement, and then a lot of the bottom falls out of the excitement, and it gets really quiet and soft. And then all of a sudden, it's back big again. So there's a lot of that emotional movement, high and low, fast and soft, or fast and slow.
Okay, high and
Hard
low.
and easy.
Okay. Russ, how does it work, Russ? Let me try this one more time. Russ, how does it work?
It's a little better. It still sounds like you're just going
So,
loud.
so Vincent, here's the point. I
How
want
does
you
it
to
work?
ask Russ how it works. I don't want you to give Russ the line. I want you to ask him.
Do it in a whispery voice, but very excited.
Okay.
Vincent, check this out.
All right. Okay. Russ, how does it work?
That's better, I think.
Getting closer.
Getting closer, yeah. I think Nathan's was too gurgly. It was difficult to understand.
Okay.
It was
Nathan,
awfully
that is the-
one note. I mean, it was
Oh,
super
back off on the
cartoony, but it was
gurgle.
all one note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same emotional place through the whole read.
One long gurgle.
But it's the best Gollum voice I've heard
The
anyone
character is a
give.
little distracting from the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so close to Gollum. All I can picture is the character.
$1 gajillion. $1
Understood.
Gajillion.
Gajillion.
Why don't you guys go ahead and, because we're like right at the end over here, why don't you guys go ahead and swap characters, give it one more read,
Okay.
and we'll get some feedback for that.
I'm going
Oh, you
to
want me-
back off from the Gollum thing, though. Just to.
Well,
Hopefully, my neighbor will back off on their stereo. My God.
I'm not hearing a
Swap?
stereo, so it's
Okay, good.
presumably good.
Yeah, swap.
Because
So,
it was vibrating through my headphones.
so Nathan, you are now Dr. Evil, and Vincent, you are now Dr. Ghastly.
Dr. Ghastly. Okay.
Go ahead and give it a read.
Sorry I'm late, Dr. Ghastly. I'm... What's that smell?
Oh, good morning, Chief. I'm just putting the finishing touches on our latest world domination device.
World domination device?
Yes, I just discovered an untapped source of immense power. Stink power!
Stink power?
Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a commode of bouquet. I found that if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick them... Wait, hold on one more time. Assorted soft cheese, a token skunk, dirty gym clothes, and a Komodo bouquet, I found out if you combine multiple foul odors, run them through a sonic transducer, and stick some robotic legs on it, you get the almighty stink ray.
Oh, so how does it work?
Just push the button and see.
Okay.
Now watch the monitor.
Wow, that stink gun is magnificent.
Thanks, Chief.
I want to stink up more cities.
Be my guest.
Here's to world domination. Ha! Wait, you got some email. Look, it's email from the League of Nations. It looks like our stinky little plan is working, Ghastly. Prepare the video phone. It looks like our stinky little plan is working. Ghastly, prepare the video phone. It's time to conduct some business. What we have here is a simple case of supply and demand. I supply the end to their stinky problem, and I demand $3 gajillion in return. And a small piece of land in Montana. They have 1 hour to decide.
Okay, what did everybody think of that one?
Nice run through, Vincent. Much improved. Nathan, I would push through that last paragraph a little quicker, that's all.
Okay.
Much better on varying your emotional places during your read.
And Nathan, you weren't excited at all that this email was from the League of Nations, though.
That wasn't Vincent reading about League of Nations.
No, I said Nathan.
I thought you said Vincent.
I didn't.
You're
But
just
yeah,
getting old, Patrick.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, like that seems like a line where, heck, a email from the League of Nations.
Fastest response you ever got from a bureaucracy.
But your character was much better, Nathan. I mean, much more understandable, and it sounded more connected than the last one.
Yeah, I kind of tapped into little Simpsons inspiration, just a tiny bit.
Simpson, eh?
Well, we are at the end of our 2-hour window for recording, so I've got some time to cut it off now. Nathan, why don't you go ahead and end this up? Just to note for everybody, just because we're wrapping up the recording here does not mean that we're wrapping up the mic check itself. So feel free to stick around with us for a little while afterwards. Anyway, Nathan, take it over.
Hey. And so we come to the end of hey, look at that. I'm tripping over my lines and I don't even have any. Okay, we come to the end of another Monday mic check, but hey, wait, we got Thursday. So if you didn't make it here on Monday, make it here on Thursday. If you don't make it here on Thursday, make it here on another Monday. Hey, it works like that now. So we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Join us every Monday for free script practice. You can also find the Mic Check on Facebook and Twitter. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more.